We're at 22022 Lopez Street, Woodland Hills, California, performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch mainline cleanout on the rear right-hand side of the house. And it is July 6th, 2017, and this is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing, Inc. And we are going to attempt to run through this 4-inch mainline cleanout that is in front of us and attempt to get all the way out to the city sewer. We've run some water in the master bathroom in the tub and tried to flush the line a little bit. Now we're going to clean our camera lens off and get ready to run through the line. And this is in the backyard right in front of us. There's a 4-inch mainline cleanout, and that's going toward the backyard. We're going to run through this 4-inch mainline cleanout as we said and attempt to get all the way out to the city sewer. We just had some debris in the mainline cleanout. There is no cap on it, so we got a little bit of debris in front of us, which we're going to push past. Little cobwebs in that joint. We're going to have some debris on the camera lens. We're going to see if we can pull back and clean the camera lens off just a little bit. It's going to be difficult trying to get the camera through with no debris on the camera lens. But once we get out to the city sewer, then we can either flush the line or hopefully there'll be water in the city sewer and we could just rinse the camera lens off and then video the line on the way back, try and push through if we can, get through kind of quickly, and hopefully with not too much debris on the camera lens. I got a little bit of water standing anyways in this line from about 29 feet out. A little bit of a belly in the line, holding some waste right there. 29 feet out to approximately 39 feet, which will mark this area after. Got some debris in the line, but it's got a belly in the line. It's got a dip in the line. And we went from ABS plastic to looks like Orangeburg piping, which is a rolled and compressed tar paper pipe. So we've got ABS plastic to a point right in front of us, I believe to right here at 33 feet. And then we transition to the Orangeburg piping at a small section right here. And then we transition to the Orangeburg. You can see where it's real rough, kind of out around. It looks like it's being pushed in on the sides. And that's probably why it's holding water. It's got some big bumps in it. It is giving way. You can see right here. That piping's giving way. It's a rolled compressed tar paper piping that they used to use years ago, and they quit using it. You can see it's collapsing on the top, and it's collapsing right here on the sides. There's not much of an opening there. They quit using this piping because of the way that it would hold up. The roots just press up against this piping and crush it and start bowing it in, and it just starts giving anyways, even on its own without roots. It's holding a lot of debris right now. It's just all out around, caving in. This whole line needs to be replaced. See the whole bottom's coming up. And then we transition right in front of us to vitreous clay right here at 74 feet. This is more than likely the 6-inch transition, but we'll locate it after at 74 feet. It looks to be okay. That joint looks to be alright. That joint's got some minor roots in it. That joint looks okay. And we'll get debris on the camera lens again. We're going to run out, try and clear the camera lens off, get into the city sewer, then we'll pull back to be able to see a whole lot better. If we have water running in the city, got a little bit of water right there. We can rinse that camera lens off. Okay, we're in the city sewer right now at 102 feet. You see the water trickling through. There's not a lot of at this time. Okay, we got a pretty good root intrusion right here. That's pretty large root intrusion all the way around that joint from the top. It's all the way around from about the 3 o'clock area to about the 7 o'clock area that we can see. Pull back, take a look at the next joint. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. That area is the transition to the city sewer. That is the saddle area, and that area may need to be either hydrojetted and re-inspected, or there's a good chance that may need to install a top hat liner, sewer liner, and possibly a regular sewer liner from the 4 to 6 inch transition to the city sewer. That joint looks to be in fair condition. Joint's got some minor root intrusion about the 9 o'clock area. Not terrible at all. That joint is broken right there at 8 feet, which is out in the street. You can see the hub, which is right back behind it about 2 inches, and then you've got a crack all the way around. So that's cracked and broken all the way around. You can see where it's starting to come apart from the pipe, where if you took your thumbnail or took something, you could scrape it and hit it, because it's not even flush any longer. You can see the face of that crack coming up. So it is starting to separate. With earth movement, that will separate more. If you install a liner in the sewer, then you will support that area, will keep it from separating and breaking more, and that liner just will take care of the sewer line and support it at that point. So that's at 7 feet. Next joint looks to be in fair condition. That joint has some minor root intrusion, not bad at all. It's more that crack that we're concerned about, because if that area is, that line can just sever. And there's a good sized break right here as well. You can see from about the 4 o'clock area right on the right hand side of the screen where it's cracked and goes inward. It goes inward and goes across and comes back out to about the 8 o'clock area. So there's a big chunk right there that's cracked that with earth movement will just pop out of there. So that's a pretty good break. Again, that sewer liner would take care of that problem. You got that joint looks to be in pretty good condition right there. We're now pulling back up to our transition with our Orangeburg piping. We're going to stop here for a moment, and we're going to go out and look the area. Okay, we've marked this area out 4'6" deep, and this is clay by Orangeburg. This is where the Orangeburg transitions. We're going to pull it back, and I think it was about 33 feet where it transitions to ABS plastic, where we had the belly and the piping as well. As you can see when we're coming back, it's easier to see what the pipe looks like if you're not going into the debris. Got a lot of humps in there and like fingers sticking out. That is just the tar paper coming apart and collapsing. Right here you got some pretty big humps in it. It catches paper, catches debris, and definitely will cause stoppages. Can't really run a snake through here too well because you kind of tear it up. You're going to make it worse anyways. Right where it's coming apart, there's bubbles all over the place. Like I said, it's catching waste, catching paper, and will just cause stoppages. Big old bubble right there in the bottom. More bubbles in the bottom. It's coming apart. Gets ruts in it and grooves in it, which is very common. That's really caving in on the side right there. Pretty bad. And as I said, we're coming back. I believe it was about 33 feet or so that we transitioned to the ABS plastic. Big bellies, big bubbles holding water right there. And holding water like that in the belly, it will cause stoppages. Now we can't even see the transition. I can hit the face of the transition right here. I can see that this is ABS plastic. See how round it is? You can see the texture of the piping. And when we get in, it's that next joint transitions. I'm actually hitting it. So there's an offset. There's a problem right there at 33 feet. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to mark this area out. Okay, right now I'm at 33 feet out, which I marked on the other side of this fence with a peak flag.
Where do you mark?
2 foot 3 inches.
Oh.
I'm marking. This is all ABS plastic right here.
Mm.
Transitions to Orangeburg compressed tar paper piping.
Oh.
At that point.
Oh.
And then the 6-inch clay in the street is also broken. So that's why I wanted to show you. I'm going to pull back. Right here we got a belly in the piping. This is all plastic right here. This is ABS plastic right here. And where I marked it on the other side of the fence, Jeff.
You mean that's plastic?
Yeah, that's plastic,
right.
And the line, the sewer line underneath here, is plastic to just on the other side of this fence.
Okay.
Then it transitions to a tar paper piping.
Which sounds like crap.
Yeah, it's a rolled compressed tar paper.
Oh,
that's all it is. You'll see it. You'll see what I mean. I mean, right here, you see how good and smooth that is? Nice and round. And then we come into here and we have a belly in the line. It's holding water. And then I hit right here at 33 feet. This is the transition.
Like it's going
yeah, well, like it's got an offset. Now, it's kind of hard to see, but you can see the piping, how it looks kind of funny. It's not round. You'll be able to see it better once we get in a little bit more.
And then it transitions to clay?
Then it transitions to clay. See that big old hump on the side of the pipe right there?
Oh, that's where you want me to look. Oh.
Yeah. See where that big old hump is? Right
yeah,
here?
Right. Yeah, what is that?
That's the tar paper caving in. It's just crushing.
Oh.
It's caving in. This is very, very common. They ran this stuff back in the 60s, and you see on the bottom, it's starting to push up. See, in here it's holding paper. See here, the whole top of it's caving in. Up there, it's not round.
Oh, it's paper, and they coat it with tar to make it
and
water.
Roll it. You know how roofing paper is?
Yeah.
They smeared tar on it, and they rolled it with a machine.
Oh, I get it.
And they used this for several years, but like you see, it's caving in. It's just.
God, and it's sitting under these burning hot streets.
Oh yeah. Well, this is under here. This is just under here.
Oh.
The clay is from the sidewalk, but this.
It'd be worse. Does the clay have to be replaced?
The clay needs to be lined. It needs to have a liner put in. I'm going to show you. But
you shoot a liner through it.
Yeah, shoot a liner through it. You got to have a top hat liner, and you got to have a regular liner put in. Either that or you replace it. I'll put down 2 options. But all of this definitely has to be replaced.
So this was a smart thing I did doing a sewer inspection.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, this has to be replaced. You're going to have major stoppages all the time.
Do you think these people have stoppages?
Oh, yeah.
Claiming they don't?
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt about it. You're going to have stoppages in here.
I mean, because I asked her, have you had to call a rooter company or anything, and she said no.
Yeah, you do.
You call them all the time, right?
Yeah. You see all the waste and everything else it's holding. Okay, then going from here, this is our clay.
You understand, I don't expect my sellers to always tell me the truth.
No, well, I'm not saying they're lying. Maybe, I don't know how long they've been in here.
Okay, 5 years.
Okay. And real quick, get to the city sewer and rinse the camelins off. Then I'll pull back and I'll show you the areas of concern.
Okay.
We're right here. Now we're into the city sewer.
Is that called the Y line?
This is your saddle or your Y right here.
Okay.
That's it. And then you see you have a big old ball of roots that we're looking at right here.
Mm-hmm.
As I pull back, you'll see them better.
Okay.
You see right there in that joint.
Yeah.
It's in the joint, and it's all the way around the top of the joint, all the way around to about the 3 o'clock area.
I see.
So you got roots in there. Not as concerned with that as I am some of the other ones.
Okay. But the way to fix all of this is to put a new liner.
Put a liner in, right? You have to have a top hat liner coming in from the sewer, the city sewer, and you have to have a standard liner going from the 4 to 6 inch over by the sidewalk shooting in.
How do you have a line
and
coming from the sewer, from the city?
Put them in.
How do you do that?
Shoot them in there.
From here?
Have a little mechanical device
that
goes down into the sewer and shoots it in.
You mean into the city
into
sewer?
the city sewer.
Oh.
Coming back this way. So what you have to do is you have to lap that area because you can't shoot a regular liner up over where those roots are. You have to shoot a liner going from the city sewer in so that you don't impede you don't impede into the city sewer.
Oh.
They've come up with new technology. It was either that or before they had the top hat liners, you had to physically dig it up and replace it, or pull a trenchless, before they came up with these other type of liners.
Dig up the street?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. So you got to get the city to come out and
No,
bring,
no, we do that. Other people do it. Bonded sewer contractor has to do it.
Oh, okay. And you're a bonded sewer.
Yes.
Well,
so I'll show you right here. This is one area. You're going to see this big line right here?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the crack. It's broken all the way around. And then see right back behind it? Yeah, right behind here is the joint. So it's broken all the way around the joint.
Oh.
So, and that's already shifting to where you could run something across it. It's not flush any longer. You could feel it. So there's one other joint as well. So you've got the roots in the joint. You've got that crack and offset and separation all the way around. And let's see, that joint's okay. And then this one. See right here, at about the 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock area?
Yeah.
You got that crack. Now watch, it's going in.
I see the
It goes
crack.
in.
Oh.
And that's a whole chunk that if we get some earth movement, that chunk's just going to come out of there.
Oh.
So there's no stability between this joint and the other joint. That's why you need a liner in there. The rest of it coming back here?
Because one's paper and one's
Yes.
clay.
Yes. Now we're back up to the Orangeburg piping. And you can see how rough that Orangeburg piping is, and it's just...
So I'm just curious, how much is a liner? I'm not going to tell.
Okay, we've gone over everything with the realtor, showed him the breaks, the cracks, and the root intrusion in the 6-inch lateral, all the humps and bellies in there, and the fingers coming off it, where it's collapsing, where it's closing up. This is just very common, especially for the Orangeburg piping, this rolled compressed tar paper piping. And then also in the 6-inch clay lateral, in areas we do have a lot of the breaks and all. See, right here, it's starting to cave in on the top. That whole side's starting to cave in. So you got maybe about 6 60% opening there as compared to 100 with the ABS plastic. I mean, all of this is rough. It's all catching debris. It's catching waste. It's catching debris. It's catching paper, which you can see it. And it will cause stoppages because it's in bad shape and just holding water, probably offset or almost collapsed to a point that it's just holding the water. And then we transition back to the ABS plastic, which the ABS plastic, from what we could see, everything looked to be in pretty good condition. Coming back toward our clean out from the pink flag that we marked, it's 33 feet out on the camera monitor, and it's just on the, it'd be on the north, on the west side of the house. Approximately 2'3", 2'8", somewhere right in there. We marked the flag at what it was. And that concludes our video sewer inspection.